Okay, here's my review of The Last of Us episode 5, titled Endure and Survive. This is going to be a little bit different. I'm doing it indoors for once. It's too cold out and I haven't got the energy to do it outside, but this will have to do. Anyway, this episode, it was another great episode. In the episode 4, Joel and Ellie meet the characters of Henry and Sam. And episode 5 starts off um, telling us the backstory of Henry and Sam, and as to why the resistance leader Kathleen is after him. And we find out why she has such a personal interest in trying to catch him. And also, if you remember, there was that sinkhole where all the infected were all in, which does come to play into episode 5. But yeah, what I really liked about the episode 5, obviously we get a more of a backstory of Henry and Sam. Now, it is a little they have deviated a little bit from the video game story of Henry and Sam. But again, what I like about what they've been doing with this from the game is that they've not only been following the narrative of the story of the game, but they either take away stuff that they probably were the writers and producers feel that isn't necessary, and then they add new content, which, as somebody who any of us have played the game, you would obviously know that's different. But it's still, for me, when they add or take away stuff, it still feels like it's part of the Last of Us Part 1 storyline from the actual video game. What I do like about what they've done with the character of Henry and Sam, obviously they're both brothers, Henry being the older brother and then his 8-year-old brother Sam, is that they've fleshed out his character. So they've given his story arc more of a narrative and more of a motivation as to why he's doing the things that he's done. What's also a little bit different is that his younger brother Sam in the video game was able to speak, but in this adaptation, obviously for the TV series, his younger brother Sam is deaf, and he's actually played by a deaf actor. So the only way for him obviously to communicate is by sign. Now, if any of you have watched the inside look of the episode 5, they even got a sign coach obviously to help, and then even the actors actually learned how to sign as well. All of them did, but believe it or not. And then the actor who was playing his older brother Henry obviously had to learn how to sign as well. So it's all 100% authentic. And although that this is a different character arc to the younger brother, I feel in some way, in a lot of ways, that this actually works better than it actually did in the video game, in terms of obviously the character being deaf and him having to like communicate by sign language. And again, as I said earlier on, what I like is the fact that they can take character traits or story arcs and then change it, and then it still fits into the narrative of The Last of Us, the way it plays out. So even if you've played the game, it's not 100% going to play out exactly the same way as to what it happened in the video game. And obviously, when you're doing a 9-episode season, and then obviously you're doing, some of the episodes are 1 hour or longer than that, you have to stretch out with new content. But again, this is one of the a game that's where I think they've done it right, in a sense that they've certain big characters that are in the video game, they're adding them more story. I can with the Henry character, as I said, you can't you're more sympathetic towards his character and as to the motivations of why he's doing why he did what he had to do, and obviously protecting his brother, who, even though that is his brother, he's more of a fatherly figure, which kind of parallels with Joel and Ellie. And also, as we're going through the episodes, you're starting to see Joel starting to kind of warm up and then being like a surrogate father to Ellie. And also that Ellie in this episode was completely badass as well. I won't spoil why, but you'll kind of know. And then we have the resistance leader, Kathleen. Again, she's a completely new character that isn't in the video game. again, you can't you feel sympathetic as to why she's doing what she's doing, even though she's brutal. I won't spoil what happens to her, but let's just say it isn't particularly pleasant. And as I said before, what goes around kind of comes around. Again, she's a completely new character. You find out there's a that she had a brother, and there's a link between Kathleen's brother and Henry, and there's a reason why that she's so hell bent in catching him. Again, the episode explains why. So again, do not want to spoil what happens in case anybody hasn't kind of watched it. So these episodes will be kind of non-spoiler. So I'm trying to be as vague as I can. Again, as I said, very good episode. The resistance leader Kathleen, her henchman, the guy with the beard and the rifle. A little bit of trivia here, but he was the voice actor for Tommy in the video game version of The Last of Us, and I think also we're going to be seeing more of the voice actors in the series cameoing, obviously playing different characters, because we already know that the original voice actors for Joel and Ellie in the video game are going to be appearing in the series, obviously playing completely different characters. So we're going to keep to keep a lookout for that in the actual episode, especially if you watch the video game, then you'll kind of might recognize the voices. But again, what I do like about the episodes is that they can be really kind of heartbreak. They can be like funny at times and full of joy and the love of a parent, being a parent, even though you don't share the same blood. But then at the same time, they can really hit you with heartbreaking moments, and especially obviously with the creatures in this game, with the clickers and the bloaters, etc., in the video game. In terms of what happens and what's going to happen, especially in the video game, it's very, very kind of brutal and kind of harrowing in what happens to the two characters, whether or not they kind of deserve it or whether or not they kind of don't deserve it. So yeah, it's going to be very interesting. I wasn't expecting the episode 5 to air this early, because usually it's in the UK it's Sunday, Monday, it's Monday night, early Monday morning. When you watch it live over here in the UK on Sky Atlantic. But I don't know if it's because of the Super Bowl that's going to be on Sunday. So I don't know if that's the reason why it's aired earlier. But I was quite surprised when I saw on my YouTube feed that people doing reviews of episode 5. I thought I kind of missed something. But yeah, a very, very good episode, and very touching, heartbreaking, and I would say very kind of brutal and graphic as well. So be prepared for that if you haven't got a strong stomach. But as I said, for The Last of Us, we're pretty much halfway through season 1 already, and I'm really, really enjoying it. Really enjoying the character development and the added character development that they're doing with the characters in the game, even adding in new characters that feel like they're part of the Last of Us universe, and the story arc, the special effects, the cinematography, even right down to the music as well. It feels like you're actually watching the game, but without actually kind of playing it. And even if you've played the game before, there's always a lot of surprises that that have been popping up in the episodes so far. But yeah, if you already haven't watched it, I would highly recommend it, even if you haven't played the video game, or even if you have. So yeah, that's my review of episode 5, Endure and Survive.